When the Archdiocese of Cincinnati established Catholic Social Services of the Miami Valley in 1921, it was with one mission in mind: to help strengthen those most in need. At the time, Dayton was still recovering from a horrible natural disaster. The world was recovering from a global pandemic, and immigrants from throughout Europe were searching for safe harbor in the United States following the Great War. As Catholic Social Services turns the page on its 100th year of service, we have been reminded that these challenges are sadly part of the human experience. Fortunately, Catholic Social Services' dedicated staff, volunteers, and donors are more prepared than ever to respond when people are in need.
So any organization that is going to survive 100 years or more is going to have to be resilient, is going to have to be flexible, and be able to respond to shifting priorities. Clearly, Catholic Social Services has done that over the years.
And so when you look at an organization like Catholic Social Services and you see what they do, how they do it, and for how long they've been doing it, for 100 years, very, very successfully, it gives you great confidence that we're moving in the right direction. It gives us great confidence at Sinclair that this is a good partner. It gives, and it just gives our community more hope, more success, and a brighter future.
Catholic Social Services impacts the lives of more than 20,000 of our neighbors each year, and it's hard to imagine what the region would look like without them.
You know, it would be interesting to look back and see what percentage of today's population can trace the roots back to being settled here by Catholic Social Services. I think that's probably a pretty significant portion of our immigrants. You know, we're always going to have folks that come here because we're a nice place to live and we have jobs, they're just going to come. But Catholic Social Services being in the business of consciously bringing people here to resettle them, to give them a safe place to live, give them a good start here, I think that that says something not only about Catholic Social Services, but also about us as a community.
One of the things that I had as president of the university was to head up the Child Protection Task Force, where we really looked at how we can support situations where children have been involved in violence. And that's when Irma's House really became outstanding contribution in that way, and that it allowed to have a space where parents of children which needed to be reunited but needed to work together came together in a very positive way.
For over 100 years, Catholic Social Services has been an integral part of the fabric of our community. And we depend on Catholic Social Services to support those individuals and help them as they move through life in our community.
As our community evolves and changes, so too has Catholic Social Services.
We're always adapting to the needs of the community. It's been really evident the last 2 years as we've responded to the tornadoes with our long-term recovery program, to COVID through our pantry and emergency financial services, and most recently, our refugee resettlement program's response to global humanitarian crisis.
When social issues arise, CSS is at the table helping create solutions.
You do it all. Again, you're truly looking at those social determinants. If it's looking at the financial, you're looking at food insecurity, or education. Catholic Social Services has been doing more than the rest of us have been doing for over 100 years.
Over the past century, CSS has led in countless ways to strengthen families and individuals with services which address current needs.
When I think about your wraparound services, specifically with your refugee work, with your case management work, and with your feeding hungry people, those are all things that you have to listen to the very client you serve on an individual basis to understand their needs, and you do that very well.
Catholic Social Services continues to address needs, to look at where there's gaps in the community, similar to like we do, and they put the staff in the positions to make a difference in the community.
Catholic Social Services' commitment to serve clients where they are needed most will never change, and as the agency closes its 100th anniversary, it now looks to the future.